Okay, so it's 6:42. It's getting cold. It's going to be freezing pretty soon, and I'm going to run my last leg, which is going to occur right around sunset. So I've got my lamp, which I hope will work. You might ask, isn't it cold? Yes. Are my feet wet? Also yes. Am I crazy? That is a big fat affirmative. So we have a problem. It's Thursday before my race on Saturday. I've been nervously looking at the extended forecast for the last few weeks. Got a letter from the race director last night saying that the race had moved. So we're moving 8 miles away from where it was originally going to go in Butte Meadows to Forest Ranch. One of the things about ultra running is you have to be adaptable. I'm not sure what the course is. I've never been there. I do know that it's further down the mountain, so instead of snow and ice, we will now have snow and mud. So that will be fun and miserable, and hopefully more fun than miserable. Now we gotta prepare. I just got to Chico. The race tomorrow is about 40 minutes from here in Forest Ranch. The Little Loco race has a number of different distance options, but I'll be running the 3-person relay with Dan and Heather from Dusty Bottoms Trail Runners Club. The race consists of 66 miles between the 12 legs of varying lengths. I tried to plan out the legs so we each got about the same number of miles. I will start off the morning on the first 2.5 mile out and back, followed by Heather on a 9.4 mile loop. Dan will take the leg 3 with 6.5 miles, and I'll be up again for leg 4 at 6.1 miles, followed by Dan again on the 4.5 mile leg 5. Then it's Heather finishing the first half with 3.8 miles on leg 6. I'll then run the same 3.86 mile leg for leg 7, Dan on leg 8 with 4.8 miles, Heather on leg 9 for 6.1 miles, and then Dan goes again for 6.5 miles, followed by me on the 9.5 mile loop around the time that the sun sets. And finally, Heather brings it home with the last 2.5 mile out and back. 6:30 in the morning, and I'm on my way. Starting out, it's 41 degrees.
Keep repeating.
If you are running, make your way to the start line!
Are there any extra safety pins?
Oh, okay.
Come on up!
So, 2 minutes till race. Cheese.
Do you guys want me to take one? Sure. That's what I'm here for. I can take one for you guys. Awesome.
When I come back here and we check in.
Check in.
and then we'll switch. I've
You
got
have your thing? Okay.
So see you in about probably half hour or so. Team.
Team Donald.
Yes.
All right. All right, you're good.
Okay. Okay, feeling really good. Finished my first 2.5 miles. Started at 8 o'clock and I finished my leg at 8:26. Came back, gave the fob to Heather. She went out at 8:29. So she's on her 9.5 mile leg. Wishing her good luck on that. Okay, it's about 11:30 and Dan should be in on any time, so I'm about to start my 4th leg. It's getting a little warmer, which is nice because it's very cold.
The three amigos! Oh, yeah!
It's beautiful up here. So this is the 4th leg. Should be somewhere around 18 or 19 miles. Super slick, super muddy. It's definitely a challenge.
Hailing.
Crazy, isn't it?
This is nuts.
Here it is, hailing. The race director said to expect hail on leg 4, and here we are, mud and hail. Yeah, so what do you think of it so far?
Oh, I think it's great. The camaraderie of it, and I mean, there's so many elements because the weather, and you know, it's COVID, and just, you know, wondering like, okay, when we get back, how you're gonna prepare. So it's fun because you're constantly strategizing, but it's a different strategy as opposed to when you're doing a solo race.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of interesting whenever you're planning on this. At first starting to plan like it's a long distance race and then realizing that it's a series of short distances.
Right.
And that, you know, one of the dangers then is to think, well, it's only 6 miles so I can power through it. Or it's 2 miles so I really don't need to carry anything. But the problem is that you are running a series of races and any deficit you incur early on, you're going to be paying for it at night anyway. Yeah,
that is interesting to hear how people were talking when I was out there on that 9 mile-ish loop, because some people were doing it solo and so they were unsure on how many legs they were going to do. Mm-hmm. And so they were saying, you know, either okay, that's a great pace we're going, or oh, we're going to scale back a bit because we got, you know, we're doing this solo, we're alone on it. It was a good reminder, like, we have a break after this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to continue to push on so that I can get it back as soon as possible.
Yeah, I definitely ran far faster both of these legs than I would have if this had been a longer race.
Right. It's so true.
So
it's fun, and it's because it's so beautiful, just in awe of it all.
Yeah, so far it's been very interesting. It's been a great experience.
It sure has. Okay. I'm looking forward to the second half.
Yep.
Forest. Let's go. Okay. All right. Love you guys.
So Dan just got back from the 5th leg, right?
5th leg,
yeah. Killed it with a 10-minute mile.
Yeah, it was a really fun section.
Flipped me off as I came in, but I still forgive him.
My signature wave.
Yeah. So what do you think so far?
It's been great, man. It's been really fun. The first leg I went out was a 6 mile loop. our out and back, and it was 3 miles down to the river and 3 miles straight back up. Burned out a little bit on the way back up just because I spent a little energy going down to the river, but now I'm feeling good. It's trying to pace myself. It's a different animal, I'd say. You know, you have so much time in between the miles that you run, it's hard to figure out how to recover and get ready for the next one.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you get one of you guys is back, and then here we are going at it again.
Do you find it difficult, like switching with the idea of this being a long race versus a series of short races and spread out over all day? Is that?
Yeah, it's hard because, I mean, no matter what, it's still 65 miles. We're going to be out here for 65 miles. So, yeah, I just, you know, it's like I say, just before you can know it and you turn around, it's your turn to run again, you know.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely something like we've never done before.
The time goes by much faster than you'd expect, I think.
Yeah, and by the time you go to grab something to eat, next thing you know, your number's up and it's time for you to get down the road. So.
And since we don't have self-service, so we can't text each other.
Yeah, it's not like I'm a mile out.
I believe every single leg we've always surprised each other as far as when we came in.
Yeah.
So let's see, it's almost 2:30 now. We're almost halfway through.
Yeah.
So we're making good time.
Yeah, definitely a lot faster than if we were each running our own.
That's good. Good job.
6.
Huh?
I'm
Leg
6.
6. Now on to 7.
Yes.
I'm doing 7.
Oh my God, where am I?
40. See you guys. Bye.
You think I'm crazy, but I know I am. Losing your patience, I already have. Don't try to change me, I'm just the way I am. Don't try to save me, cause I can't be saved. I keep falling under all this pressure, falling under ever since I met you. Baby, I'm not good, but you know better. I got all these voices on repeat, singing me to sleep. Better off waking me close, keep calling each other.
Okay. You want the bracelet back?
Nope, you can have it.
What's your last name, my friend?
Jordan.
Can you go onto the sides and stuff? Or?
I tried to get as far to the sides as I could.
Okay.
What was tricky was on the inclines. I couldn't find footing that wouldn't not slip out from under me.
Right.
This was crazy though. Starting out in the middle of the hailstorm and then coming back. Like when I came back, it was like full on sun and it suddenly got hot.
No modifications, the exact same.
Okay, so I finished my third leg. Very muddy, very tough. Now I wait. Heather's out on the course. Dan is waiting. He's next. Have a good run.
Okay, I was thinking of starting to pack stuff up. I love you. Have a great time. Say bye.
Okay, so it's 6:42. It's getting cold. It's going to be freezing pretty soon. And I'm just waiting for Dan to come in. And here I am on my last leg. This has been a very long day and very fun. A lot of challenges. Learned a lot. Very different than a straight ultra, but very enjoyable. I'm close to about 3 miles, and this is absolutely beautiful. This snow up here. At twilight, the sun's almost down. I haven't turned my lamp on yet because I can still see, but that snow behind me is just radiant in this dim light. I don't know if the video is going to do justice, but when people ask me why I do what I do, this is one of the reasons. There's sunset, and there's the path ahead, because it is getting pretty hard to see. 6 miles left. Okay, I'm about a mile from the finish. Super slick, super muddy. I have to say that running on muddy trails, sometimes with a consistency of frosting, and you do it in the day, and it's tough. You do it at night, in the dark, with only a single spotlight looking at. It is crazy, 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 crazy fun.
Woo! Woo!
Good luck.
We're going!
You think I'm crazy, but I know I am. Losing your patience, I already have. Don't try to change me, I'm just the way I am. Don't try to save me, cause I can't be saved. I keep falling under all this pressure, falling under ever since I met you. Baby, I'm no good, but you know better, better.